Rosh, hanikra. Several things that we can speak about them once we're here. First of all, more likely that you'll be here with your tourist. It's a very famous tourist site. You can talk about the border. You can see the borderline that we just mentioned. The border, this border was made by the British and the French. The original plan was between Sais and Picot, but this was just after the war. But it took them 4 more years until Poulet and Yukon make the border actually over here, totally between the French mandate and the British mandate over here. Later on, it also became the border between Lebanon that got independence in 1946 and Israel that got independence in 1948. And since then, the border is a closed border. Actually, nobody is going over there until, except of the years of 1982 to the year of 2000, when Israel actually controlled in the southern part of Lebanon after the first Lebanon war. In the year of 2000, we withdrew for the international line. There's an army base over here. Once you go all the way to the end over there, there's a nice flag. Maybe we'll have time later on to see it on the wall with written Beirut and Jerusalem and Rosh in the middle. And just people that are here in shock that they can go all the way so close to the border with Lebanon to actually see the border, which is one thing to talk about it. Another thing to see is geographically and topographically and geology of this area. First of all, the beautiful coastal range from Rosh all the way to Akko. It's a different coastal plain than the rest of the country. All the rest of the country, there of Ashkelon, Ashdod, Tel Aviv and North, and even part of Akko, the southern part of Akko, it's all made by sand that came from the Nile. From Egypt, the Nile with the stream of the Mediterranean. It goes all the way to the coastal plain up to Akko. From Akko and north, we don't have any more sand coming with the stream. All the sand that you see over here, it's rock that breaks, and all the sedimentum that all those stream, all those rivers and streams that bring from western part of the Galilee, the West Galilee, Nahal Gzil, Nahal Betzet, all the other streams, they bring the sedimental, and together with the sedimental and the rocks that break, we call it zif-zif. And this is the kind of rocks and sand that we have on this coastal plain. Zif-zif. Yeah, we have a lot of zif-zif over here, and these are the rocky, we call it the rocky coastal plain of the northern part of the Galilee, which make very nice lagoons over here. We have beautiful lagoons and very special and species animals that live in those lagoons. And if you see, this is the coastal plain of today, but if you look a little bit to the left, you should imagine yourself the kibbutz Rosh and the rest of the villages that live actually on a small hill that goes all the way to the south. And also inside the sea you can see some islands. So you can imagine yourself 3 different kind of underwater mountain range over here. Okay? So there's one underwater range inside the water actually, which is underwater. You can see some of the islands there. It used to be, the coast used to be in ancient times over there. You see the rocks there? So geologically, actually the water came to here and then come there and then eventually come to here again. But we found some kind of evidence over there of human beings that used to live on those rocks, and those rocks continue also down south next to Dor, Tantura area, towards the central part of the land of Israel. Not only over here, but this is an evidence that the coastal shore was actually a little bit to the west. Today the coastal shore is over here, but even inland we have another coastal shore, another ancient layer of hills, and that the water in some point was actually all the way there into the land. So there are 3 of them. One of them is inland, one of them is the current one, and the other one is in the water. You can see the Navy over here, the Navy boat patrolling over here. And it's just beautiful. Once the tourists stand over here, especially after they've been yesterday or 2 days ago in the Dead Sea and they saw the desert, and then they went to Jerusalem, and then they're coming over here and they see Mount Meron or this place, and they see the diversity of the state of Israel and the land of Israel, which is very unique. It's a very small country, but you have so many different kind of views, which is really remarkable. Especially views like this that you can see right now just from this area. Because it's a very bordering place, people are not allowed to fish too close to the border. People are not allowed to swim. We're not allowed to use boats because it's too close to the border. in this area. Over there's a Betzet. This is the public beach of Betzet. It's more common to go. Families go there on Saturday, on weekends. It's more crowded and packed over there. The first town that we see is Nahariya, and far away there it's Akko. Far in the horizon today, it's not a very good visibility, but the Carmel Mount, usually you can see all the way to the Carmel Mount and to Haifa. Oren is here.